Good evening and welcome, everyone. We want to get to some important recognitions tonight, but I do have a few thoughts that, if you don't mind, I'd like to share with you. First of all, welcome to your legislative building. It's great to have you here again. This, I think, has become certainly a welcome part of Agribition every year, a chance to say thank you in a very sincere way to the people that make it happen, to the sponsors that make it happen. I don't know if you knew this or not, but I used to be a DJ years ago. I used to work at FM 94, Southwest Saskatchewan's best album rock. But we also played a little country music. And when I was at the Wall of Rock, and that's the nickname, yes, I gave myself, for about 2 weeks until my friends at school said, look, if you keep calling yourself that, we're not hanging out with you anymore. But we played a little bit of country. And there was one artist in particular that I was thinking about in preparation for this. I don't have a lot of his music downloaded or anything like that, and he doesn't have a lot of hits today. It's Michael Martin Murphey, and he had a few sort of country pop hits, but then he did a bunch of cowboy music. One that stood out for me as I was thinking about tonight was a song called Cowboy Logic. And I asked the staff if they could find the lyrics for the song, because, you know, this government and this province is far better off when we actually are paying attention to cowboy logic. Here's some of the lyrics. Now, a cowboy's got a set of rules that he lives by day to day. If you ask for his advice, he'll more than likely say, if it's a fence, mend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it. By the way, that's kind of why we're here tonight. The Regina Chamber of Commerce would say thank you very much for honoring that piece of it. The song goes on. It says a few other things. It says, if it's a job, do it. Put your back into it, because a little bit of dirt's going to wash off in the rain. If it's a horse, ride it. If it's a hurt, hide it. Dust yourself off and get back on again. You know, that's not just cowboy logic. It's not just the logic of a rancher. It's not just rural or farm logic. It's really Saskatchewan logic. It's what we're all about here in the province. And it's what Agribition is about. For a very long time, for 40 years, Agribition has been presenting that kind of logic, that kind of very clear thinking and vision for industry, for agricultural industry in this province. 40 years of excellence and entertainment, 40 years as a venue for the top producers and competitors in the grain and livestock industry, showing their stuff and fostering a relationship between buyers and sellers. 40 years as one of the greatest agricultural trade shows on the planet. 40 years of showing kids from the city and the country a little taste of the farm and of ranch life. 40 years of showcasing to the world the resiliency of our ranching industry, the character of our agricultural sector, reminding us of the great future that's ahead of us because what we've all come through together and what we built together. 40 years of increasing attendance. That includes year after year international visitors, strengthening the industry and generating millions of dollars. And so on behalf of the government of Saskatchewan, we just want to say thank you very, very much for 4 decades of Agribition. And we want to specifically say to Marilyn Charles and to Jason, and through you to your teams, to the staff and to the volunteers, to the board that make this happen every year, thank you very, very much. We know the amount of work that goes into this, and we know that Saskatchewan truly is better off because of Agribition, and you help put us on the map in so many ways. So thank you very much. And welcome to your legislative building, which puts me in mind of one other line from that Michael Martin Murphey song that says, if it's a load, truck it, and if it's a punch, duck it. This building can be known for some proverbial loads and punches every now and then. But we welcome you here, and I just want you to know this in closing, that you are appreciated. And we have a minister, if I may say, in Bob Benroy, without being partisan, who listens very carefully to the industry. We have MLAs who live where you live, speaking now to so many that have gathered from around the province, who live where you live and take that back to our caucus and our government. And though imperfectly, we work hard to reflect it back to you. And we know that when we don't, you're going to give us a little bit of that logic and that counsel. And sometimes it's going to be about agriculture. Sometimes we'll benefit from that advice beyond agriculture. And there was one instance of that recently through the potash debate I will tell you about very quickly. When Bill Boyd, our Minister of Energy and Resources, ran into a very, very free market cowboy from southeast Saskatchewan. and kind of with one eye open said, knowing, where we were headed on our potash position, said, well, what do you think of the potash thing? And Murray said, well, I wouldn't sell the home quarter. Wouldn't expect that you would either. That's the kind of wisdom and logic that we appreciate so much from all of you. So for Agribition, to the sponsors for making it happen, for all of you for making the event happen every year, for what the industry does for our province and creating wealth and jobs and economy right across Saskatchewan, for your wisdom and for your wit and for your logic, we say thank you and welcome to the Legislative Building tonight.